to photograph in July 2024. Hello PhotoPillar, Rafael the Bar here. In July we'll enjoy the Milky Way and the Galactic Center, the Crescent Moon. Don't forget to photograph the moon when it's super thin. It's very cool. The full moon, of course. Mercury at its greatest Eastern Elongation, which is one of the best times of the year to view and photograph the planet. The Delta Aquarids Meteor Shower, visible from both hemispheres. And 6 conjunctions of the moon with the planets, with Mars, Jupiter, Mercury, Saturn, and Mars and Jupiter again. Also, depending on where you are on Earth, the conjunction of the moon with Saturn will be an occultation. So the planet Saturn will hide behind the moon. And as always, don't forget the Horizon Home for the opportunities of talking about sunrise, sunsets, golden hour, star trails. Also, as always, at the end of the video, I'm going to share with you 3 of the best photos that you've submitted to the PhotoPills Awards and that we featured in June. So let your imagination fly, decide what you want to photograph, and go to PhotoPills and plan your photo so you can go and capture it. Okay, let's get started. Let's see some of the best photo opportunities that can be captured in July 2024. Let's go. The new moon is on July the 6th or July the 5th, depending on where you are on Earth, due to the time zone thing. And July is another fantastic month to photograph the Milky Way, our galaxy, and the Galactic Center. For example, in the Northern Hemisphere, I have the red pin in Menorca and Spandangil. We can photograph the Milky Way when it's completely vertical aligned with this beautiful natural arch that we have in Menorca. So nice diagonals, but also when the Milky Way is completely vertical. If I tap on the night hour button here, I'll be able to visualize the position of the Milky Way when it's completely vertical. We have the horizon here, and here I have the Milky Way. I'm gonna go and zoom out a bit with my iPhone 13mm lens, and here I have the core and the Galactic Center and the arch of the Milky Way completely vertical above our heads. And here we have the polarities for the circumpolar images. Very cool. And this plan is very cool, and actually here you have a photo that Antonicla took of this exact same plan, where you see the Milky Way straight and vertical with the beautiful natural arch in Menorca, Spandangil. You can miss it if you visit Menorca. We go there every year during the PhotoPills camp too, just saying. And now if I go to the Southern Hemisphere, I have the red pin in Waipapa, the lighthouse in New Zealand. This beautiful lighthouse here. Let's see the possible compositions of the Milky Way. Just swipe to the time to change the time to see the Milky Way here. So you can get vertical compositions of the Milky Way, but also pretty cool diagonals, pretty cool panoramas when the Milky Way is pretty low in the sky. Very, very nice. And if I tap on the night hour again, let's see what's going on here. Horizon, first crossing point of the Milky Way with the horizon, and here we have the Galactic Center super high in the sky. In the Southern Hemisphere, you know that you have the Galactic Center super high in the sky, which is pretty cool. Nice panorama of the Milky Way. Wow, I love the Southern Hemisphere, you know that, and now it's completely vertical. Here we have the date and time. Very cool. And by the way, if you wish to learn how to plan your Milky Way photos, watch this video. 1 or 2 days before and after the new moon are great days to photograph the Crescent Moon when the moon is super thin. For example, with a moon phase of 1-2%. Check this plan. For instance, I have the red pin in Menorca, and I plan the Crescent Moon aligned with the beautiful lighthouse of Cavalleria. And as you see on the top panel, this is a moon set, and also you have the shooting distance 4.9 kilometers, and the moon size is 43 meters, 43.7 meters, which is a pretty cool big moon. And here I have the lighthouse, but Google overexposed the lighthouse, so you don't see it clearly anymore on Google Maps, unfortunately. So the planned date is July the 6th, 2024 at 10:09 p.m. That's the shooting time. If I'm at the red pin position, I'll be able to photograph this beautiful thin moon, which is on panel number 3. I have the phase is just 1%. Phase, and the sun elevation is -9.24. This is an autocray twilight, so it's going to be pretty dark too. Okay, and you used to learn how to plan and photograph the Crescent Moon, watch this video. The full moon is on July 21st. And as you know, we love photographing the full moon because it is such a powerful element, including our compositions. Every month, a different story. So you go to the PhotoPills planner based on the moonrise direction and moonset direction. You can plan your shot pretty easily. For instance, let's have a look at the plan here. If on July 21st or 24 at 9:49 p.m. I am at the red pin position, I'll be able to photograph the moon aligned with the lighthouse of the lighter. This is a 2 kilometers shot. You have the shooting distance on the top panel, and the size of the moon is 18.9 meters, which is pretty big. You see also the size of the moon on the map here, which is very nice, very cool. And I have the moon aligned, the center of the moon aligned with top of the lighthouse, because I have the moon height at 30 meters from black pin, which is 30 meters from the ground level where I had the black pin, which means that the lighthouse is 30 meters tall, so I'll have the center of the moon at the same height as the lighthouse, so the moon will be behind the top of the lighthouse. Very nice. And with the moon, you know that the possibilities are endless. If you wish to learn how to plan your moon shots, watch this video. On July 22nd, Mercury will be at its greatest Eastern Elongation, which means that the planet will be further away from the Sun, giving us great conditions to view and photograph the planet from both hemispheres. Mercury will shine in the early evening skies with a magnitude of 0.56, and thus it will be visible to the naked eye. After sunset, you'll find the planet low in the sky in the west, very close to the sunset direction, the thick orange line you see on the map. You can miss it. The Delta Aquarids Meteor Shower is peaking on the night that goes from July 31st to August 1st, depending on where you are on Earth. It's from July 30th to July 31st. Again, it's a time zone thing. And the good news is that it is visible from both hemispheres. But the peak time and intensity depends really on your shooting spot, on the location you want to photograph it. For example, in the red pin position in Menorca, the peak date is on August 1st and the peak time is around 3:11 a.m. and 14 meters per hour are expected at the peak. Also, the phase of the moon will be only 12%, so the good news is that the moon will be below the horizon for most of the night. Really cool. Finally, the radiant point of the meteor shower, you know, that the spot in the sky where meteors appear to originate, is represented on the map by this gray circle that's moving on the gray path. But if you want to locate the radiant, you can also use the 90-hour view and look for the radiant of the Delta Aquarids. Here you can change the time by swiping your finger on the screen on the AR view, and you can visualize where the radiant is at all. Very cool. So you can plan your shot with the radiant in the frame, or if you want to frame away from the radiant and try to capture long meteors, but that's another good idea. And if you wish to learn how to plan your meteor shower shots step by step, watch this video. In July, there are 6 moon-planet conjunctions. On July the 1st, Mars will be in conjunction with the moon, and the moon phase will be 19%. On July the 3rd, the moon will be in conjunction with Jupiter, and the moon phase will be only 8%. On July the 7th, Mercury will be in conjunction with the moon, and the moon will be super thin. The moon phase will be 3.7%. On July 24th, it is Saturn that is in conjunction with the moon, and the moon phase will be pretty large, 84%. Also, if you are in Madagascar, Philippines, China, Hong Kong, Kenya, Bhutan, Taiwan, you'll be able to experience the occultation of Saturn behind the moon. On July 30th, Mars will be in conjunction with the moon, and the moon phase will be 25%. And finally, on July 31st, Jupiter again will be in conjunction with the moon, and the moon phase will be around 12%. Super nice. On both hemispheres, you'll find the conjunctions in the direction where the moon is at moonrise or moonset. So just set the date and understand these blue lines you see on the map. The thick light blue line is the moonrise, the thick dark blue one is the moonset. So there you'll find the moon planet conjunctions, and also where the moon is at all time, marked by this thin blue line that's moving. That's telling me where the moon is, and of course where the moon is, and of course where the moon will be, then the conjunction will be. You can miss them. And now let's see some of the photos that you submitted to the PhotoPills Awards and that we featured in June. The first one is a fantastic shot of the full moon perfectly aligned with a giraffe in Namibia, a photo by Kyle Goisch. The second one is a cool photo of the Milky Way forming a beautiful diagonal with Shiprock, New Mexico, USA, taken by Jake Worth. And the third one is a panoramic of a sunset at the Heifos waterfall in the highlands of Iceland in autumn, photo taken by Ivan Pedretti. Thanks so much for sharing your photos, they are all amazing. Now you still learn how to plan and photograph all the events that I've shared in this video, all these cool photo opportunities. I invite you to download and study well our free photography guides. I'm going to leave a link in the description of this video to the guides and in the first comment below. Download them and study them well. They're awesome. And as always, if you like this video, give me a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next Wednesday in another video. And remember that you have the power to imagine, plan, and shoot legendary photos. Bye.